All right, Black Star Sports TV here with you. Oh yeah, come back with another one, man. I tell you something, some interesting things going on, but well, not, but they're not just so much this, but this video specifically is about Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez. Now today they made an announcement about, they said last week he was going to say who's going to fight this week, and everybody's thinking, well, Bivol, right? He's going to do the Bivol thing. I thought so. I thought maybe 168 was going to be the move. But come to find out now, that's not going to happen. He's fighting Triple G, right? Which was the rumor before the first fight with Bivol, right? So they're going along with the game plan, the way they had it already made up. And it's a little disappointing, man. I'm not really looking forward to see Canelo and Triple G, man. I mean, we just seen this enough, and I can't see Triple G really being effective in this fight. So it's definitely a fight that heavily favors Canelo. So I guess maybe that's the reason why. But something interesting happened over the weekend. David Benavidez had a fight. And anybody that knows David Benavidez has been on Canelo Alvarez neck for a minute, calling him out, calling him out. Even though Canelo talking about, hey, I won't fight Mexicans, right? And he won't fight certain fighters that the top fan bases want to see him fight. That's his biggest criticism right now. Okay. With that being said, coincidentally this weekend, as David Benavidez was fighting, he became the interim WBC champion. Now, first off, I'm like, okay, he's the interim WBC champ, but Canelo's the WBC champ, and he's undisputed. He's got all four belts, and he was never elevated to franchise champions until, well, we didn't know. Somehow, magically, the regular WBC belt that David Benavidez had just had relinquished when Canelo started his game plan of going for undisputed. All of a sudden, has morphed into the franchise championship tag title, whatever the hell the franchise deal is, to get out of a fight card. He didn't use this before. He used it against Jamal at 160 when he was supposed to fight him, and he was the number one contender and was fought three mandatory challenges to remain such, and then they came up with the franchise. He's the franchise, you know, and then they gave him the belt. This is like a sneaky, underhanded way of Mauricio Suleiman, man. That's Canelo's right hand man, man. Whenever he want anything, need anything, he calls him, man. Things happen, man. When he something about Canelo, man, and that dude is just unnatural, bro. So now that same belt is now the franchise belt. So what happened to the regular belt? Oh, he's the interim champ. He gets another belt. If you notice at the end of the fight, he had three belts. The other two, the first two, he won the first two times. He never lost the belt ever. So with that being said, also, how can Canelo be the undisputed champion when there's another guy with the belt and who has never lost and was a three-time champion in the division? Is undisputed not tainted? Because there's a dispute. Is he the best? Is he the biggest champion at 168? Can we say that? You can't. Without a fight to prove it, how can we go around validating him and saying he's undisputed if that's the case? Just a little something to think about. I mean, but this is just a little the sneaky maneuvering that the WBC Mauricio Suleiman do to cater to this guy and keep making him being, get the perception of being this great champion. But you at 168 and you holding belts there, you got a lot of smoke there. You got some more guys gathering at 168 to come get you now. They got the same guys you've been moving away from are now caught up to you. What you gonna do? Yeah, sure, you go fight Triple G right now. What you gonna do after that? Because if you're gonna continue fighting, you're gonna have to fight one of these guys. Why hasn't Caleb Plant name come up for a rematch? I would much rather see that than see you fight Triple G. Triple G ain't look so hot in his last fight against Murata. I mean, whatever that is, right? Another guy that's been ducking everybody, won't fight nobody, wouldn't even. Man, come on, man. This is shameful. It's pitiful, man. And I gotta call this bullshit out, man. He don't want to fight nobody. He don't want to fight no real challenges, man. It's the way he rolling, man. You lost to a dude, you ain't even trying to run that back. I mean, I mean, he said I can't take the loss. The loss is getting to me, and he's having a hard time. You see pictures of him out there gambling and drinking and stuff like that. I said, well, maybe he's out there just having a good time, you know, whatever, trying to blow off some steam. But I know me personally, and from what I've seen from him, I'm disappointed because this is a guy who stays in the gym. He's constantly working hard. He's always on the grind. He worked perfecting his craft, right? He's always credited with that. Okay, where it go now? What happened to the drive? What happened to the passion? No boxing, no life. Ain't that your mantra? What's going on here, man? This shit is not consistent. Undisputed, right? David Benavidez on your ass, man. You know, they say David Benavidez' next fight is going to be against somebody big, Caleb Plant. You know, well, his people did come out and say, hey, don't even expect the Canelo fight because Canelo ain't trying to fight us. He's not trying to fight us. That's David Benavidez people telling you, these people, they're not trying to fight us. They're not even doing it. Just get that out. Don't even ask us about it no more. The fight ain't going to happen. But Jamal Charlo could possibly happen, right? Because remember, Jamal Charlo said, hey, man, 6'8", I mean, what he got to offer me? He didn't have a belt at the time, right? Because he just lost his belt on the scale. Well, that ain't the case now. He's the interim. He's the interim champ. Basically, about to be named the regular champ because, Mauricio Suleiman just said he's the franchise champion. So the franchise here, regular champ, right? The fantasy thing that just got invented to help Canelo get out of getting in fights that he's supposed to have to fight guys that had fought their way to the top to get in position to get the fight with him. And he just robbed fighters with this franchise thing. I mean, he's done so much. What has he done for the sport? What? He entertains a fan base. Basically, they don't care what he do. It doesn't matter. They don't hold him to no standard. Just go out there. Just go out there. Do whatever it is that you want to do. Fight whoever you want to fight. We don't care if you're not going to go out there and show us that you're beating the best guys out there, or at least the guys that the other fan bases say that you ought to fight, and they think that that guy can beat you. I mean, to a guy who's competitive, that should get your juices flowing to say, well, shit, I got to get him in there. He talking about he can beat me. Oh, I take that shit personal, right? Not the case right now. You know, we businessmen out here. We suits and ties now. You know, very strange, man. Very strange. David Benavidez ain't took an inch of pressure off your necks from day one, and he's still calling you out, calling y'all all pussies and bitches, and language like that. And ain't nobody getting stirred up. Ain't nobody getting emotional. Ain't nobody taking it to heart. Ain't nobody really trying to go over there and put him in his place, is they? So what that say, man? Just the other day after the fight on Twitter, Earl Spence says, man, David Benavidez is a bad motherfucker. He said, huh? Something to it, right? But we'll wait and see what's going on with Jamal because I feel like Jamal will go up there and take him on. Sure he will. You know, now that he has a belt, and if you're dropping and you're going to 68, you know, you're not going to, you ain't going to get Canelo right off the top. So why not entertain the David Benavidez? You're on the same promotional company. Why not, right? We have to wait and see. But now that has added something. That was one of the things that Ronnie, oh my gosh, man, having a mental blip. Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields was saying the same thing, you know, because he was training Jamal Charlo. It was like, what did he really have to gain? And he really, you know, if you have a belt at 160 and you fighting a guy that's fighting 168 and he don't really have a belt, I mean, what's the, you know, why would you do that type of thing? So now you don't have that. So, you know, ain't no reason, ain't nothing stopping. If you go into 68 because you can allow room for your brother to come to 60, you know, like Bash brothers say, right? Then, hey, man, this is it right here. But at the same time, I can see Jamal going to 68, taking a, you know, initial, just get one fight in there to get your feet wet at 168. And hey, man, there it is. This fight's been building too. You got Caleb Plant over there. It's another guy sitting out there. What is he doing right now? He just fought Canelo. Did look very good against Canelo, you know. Good enough that I think the guy should get a rematch. You know, but we'll see what happens, man. But the smoke is gathering, man. The guys is getting together. It's about to get exciting at 168, man. Is David Benavidez the best fighter at 168, or is it Canelo Alvarez? That's the question I have. Is he truly undisputed, or is there a dispute to it? The only way to know, the only way to solve it is to get him in the ring and let him hash it out, man. Then all questions will be answered. Because to me, that's the one guy you need to fight. I mean, I don't know how you're allowed to just come through and do all that. Anthony Burrell had to fight David Benavidez after he got the title when he lost it the first time. And he got his shot right back at him because he was the champ that lost it without being defeated. It's only right that he get an opportunity back at the belt, right? All of a sudden now, things get funny. It took him complete out of the run for the undisputed. Instead of fighting Yildirim, he should have had to fight David Benavidez. That's who you're supposed to have fight for. But Mauricio got, he will give you your old sparring partner who lost his last 2 fights. We'll have you fight him for a mandatory for the WBC. Made no sense at all, but it made perfect sense when it comes to implementing a plan to allow somebody to duck another fighter for no, and then try to coerce him to go to 175 to clear the way so Canelo could definitely go to 168. See, but David didn't go for it, man. So I just wanted to put that out there. Who is undisputed at 168? Is it really Canelo Alvarez or is it David Benavidez? You understand? Who's looking like a killer to you? What would Mike Tyson call him? The Mexican monster. Them quick ass hands, man. He putting the hammer down on, man. I don't know. For some reason, man, the fight ain't being made. But that's all I got right now, man. I just wanted to, chop it up a bit about that. Black Star Sports TV. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like. Put your comment down below if you disagree. Hey, I like to hear what you had to say. Like, comment, share, do the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Black Star, I'm out. Peace.